Imagine you had to print the same message 10 times. You could write it once, twice, 3 times, and keep going. But what if you had to do it 100 times? Or 1,000 times? Writing the same code again and again is not just boring, it's inefficient, hard to maintain, and very easy to break. This is exactly the kind of problem that loops solve. In this video, you'll learn how JavaScript can repeat tasks automatically, cleanly, efficiently, and with full control. This is episode 8 of the JavaScript to React Mastery series, where we are learning JavaScript step by step from the very basics to advanced concepts. If you've been following along, you're already building a strong foundation. And if you're new here, I highly recommend starting from episode 1 and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. So, what's a loop? A loop is a way to repeat a block of code multiple times without writing it again and again. Instead of manually repeating instructions, we tell JavaScript, keep doing this until a condition is no longer true. Loops are used everywhere, in displaying lists, processing data, animations, games, and almost every real-world application. Let's start with the most commonly used loop, the for loop. A for loop has 3 important parts. First, initialization. This is where we start counting. Second, the condition. This tells JavaScript how long the loop should keep running. Third, the increment or update step. This moves the loop forward after each iteration. These 3 parts work together to control exactly how many times your code runs. This is the flowchart representation for the same. Let's understand how this actually runs. The console log gets printed 5 times. This is because of the condition, I less than or equal to 5. Let's add I in the console log and see its value. You can see that the last value of I is 5. First, initialization. I starts at 1. Then JavaScript checks the condition. Is 1 less than or equal to 5? Yes. So, it runs the code. Third, the increment or update step. I becomes 2. The condition is checked again, and the process repeats. This continues until I becomes 6. That's when the condition becomes false and the loop stops. So, to summarize, initialization, then condition check. Loop runs if condition is true, then update, then condition check again, then loop runs if condition is true, then again update, and so on till the condition check return false and compiler comes out of the loop. Now let's look at another type of loop, the while loop. Let's convert this for loop into a while loop like this. Here, the variable declaration is outside the loop and inside the brackets we check the condition. The update happens inside the block. Unlike the for loop, a while loop only focuses on the condition. As long as the condition is true, the loop keeps running. This makes it useful when you don't know exactly how many times something should repeat. The do while loop is slightly different. Here is one example. I have given a condition which is false from the beginning, but still you will see a console log in the terminal. That is because it runs the code first and checks the condition afterward. That means the loop will always run at least once, even if the condition is false from the beginning. If I change the value of the variable I, it shows 5 log messages. Let's recap what we have learned in this video about all 3 kinds of loops in JavaScript and try to understand the difference between them with the help of this table. Loops are used heavily in real-world applications. For example, when you see a list of products, posts, or messages, JavaScript is often looping through data and displaying each item one by one. Without loops, building modern applications would be almost impossible. One of the most common mistakes beginners make is creating an infinite loop. This happens when the condition never becomes false. In this example, I will always be greater than 1, so the loop will never stop unless we stop it manually, which is very dangerous. Always make sure your loop has a proper exit condition, otherwise your program can freeze or crash. Now you understand how JavaScript can repeat tasks using loops. Now your code is not just making decisions, it's also automating work. From the next episode, we'll take a huge step forward and learn about functions, which allow us to organize and reuse our code efficiently. Make sure you don't miss that.